Hey guys, it's Wednesday, and again, I'm pre-recording because we're preparing for the first War on Stupid tour date. Go to edthesock.com if you are in if you are in Canada land, or if you are in the Niagara Falls area. We have had a tour date added in Niagara Falls, so if y'all Yanks want to hop over the border and check out the Niagara Falls show, I don't quite know what day it is yet, but get your tickets now. We just found out about that recently. I'm not talking about that today. I want to actually talk tech. I want to talk about like hardcore video game stuff for a change, because you guys may remember when there was a whole hullabaloo about this is going to be the last console generation. Consoles are dying. People aren't, because everything's going to be phones, right? Well, now the hype is building for the PS5 and the Xbox, whatever douchey name they're going to give it. And I just love these moments, because when someone goes, this kind of gaming is dead, or this kind of gaming is dead. No, it is not. I go all Luke Cage on them. Because things may evolve the way radio evolved as a format, right? People don't listen to AM, FM radio anymore, but I love my satellite radio in the car. So it evolved, but it's not dead. And this idea that all of a sudden millions of people would give up that living room experience on a screen this big, I can't even get my arms around my TV anymore, to play on a screen this big. They're completely different types of gaming markets. They are separate things. And the bedwetting that ensued, thinking that people who want to play like this would suddenly, because you know, your teenage cousin is like this on their phone, that everybody's going to want to have this experience instead of this experience. No. Millennials are actually getting to the point where they finally have some money. They want this, okay? I'd like to see less expensive consoles be offered globally. Like, let's try to get these ridiculous console prices in Latin America and Australia and all that stuff. Let's get that done. Let's make it a bit more accessible for people, so that, European gamers and Australian gamers and Latin American gamers can play some of these amazing console exclusive titles, or do partnerships with those areas where things like, The Last of Us or Halo, I guess Halo, Microsoft is going crossplay and everything, but make them available on PC so people who consoles are ridiculously expensive can buy them. Although they're not too bad. Consoles aren't too bad in Europe, in Britain anyway. Britain, Germany, France, places like that. But there are still places in Europe where they're kind of expensive, so they PC game. But the fact that people were all, oh no, this is going to be the last, AAA gaming's dying, this is going to be the last console cycle. And now what are they talking about? Streaming games on consoles. I am fascinated to see how this is going to work, because the technical problem has always been you can't control someone's internet quality. If someone's on like garbage rural internet, how are they going to stream games? And how are we going to stop those rural customers, which make up a very large part of the US and Canada market, because there's fuck all else to do, so they play games. How are they going to avoid being left behind? That is my big question. How are you going to keep gaming egalitarian through lousy service in rural areas? And a lot of people in Canada are still on metered bandwidth because our telecom stuff controls internet stuff. We don't have net neutrality, and it sucks and is expensive up here. So I want to see that. I'm interested in that. I'm excited for the next generation of consoles, but I will say Xbox is really gonna have to impress me for me to buy another one, because I have not had my Xbox turned on other than to do updates in, it's gotta be 8 months. I have not used it. There has been no exclusive that I have been interested in playing. and I just play on the PS4 because if I'm going to do occasional multiplayer, it's got to be PS4 or PC so I can play with my friends. The last game I played on the Xbox was The Long Dark, and I don't know if Chapter 2's out yet or Chapter 3 or whatever. That game's way behind. And that saddens me to say because there were some early titles on Xbox that showed a lot of promise. My favorite game for the Xbox is still Sunset Overdrive. That is my absolutely favorite game for the Xbox One, sorry. I love that game. That was a great game. It came out too early for a lot of people to play it, but that is still my absolute favorite Xbox game. Recore had a ton of potential. Its execution, those load screens. But yeah, Xbox is really gonna have to bring me some really impressive stuff to make me buy an Xbox. And that's not because I have anything against the hardware. I have nothing against the brand. It's just, what's the point of me having a console that just sits here? Even PlayStation, though, they are going to have to solve the hard drive affordability issue because people don't want to have to buy external hard drives. People don't want to delete a whole bunch of games, but people also don't want to pay $700 for a console. So with streaming games, there's going to have to probably be a shit ton of RAM in those things. But also there's going to have to be some sort of sizable hard drive so people with not great connections will be able to download the games. And this is where the technical challenge is going to get really, really interesting. I really think that the challenge is not going to be capability. They know they can do this on top of the line systems and crazy fast internet connections. The challenge is going to be price point. Keeping these systems affordable enough around that $500 price point. $400 better, $500 okay. I'm talking $49.99. $499, maybe $599, but at that point people start going, it's going to have to be around $499 still. Because those older gamers are getting older. People have other things they have to buy, like a bed and insurance. So, consoles are going to have to come in at $500. They're going to have to work, and they're going to have to let people game the way they want to game. So if that means they want to stream, let them be able to stream games with a really good experience. But if they still want to own their game, buy it on disc and play it, or download it and play it from a local hard drive, they should be able to do that too. Enough with this, don't you have phones forcing people to play in a format that they are not comfortable playing in? That's a mistake. That was the blunder a lot of game companies made this year. Let's bring back games with a decent single player campaign and a multiplayer mode, not like pick one or the other. The one thing I hope is that this streaming game service, which, let's face it, is a way to sort of create ongoing persistent DRM as much as anything else. Maybe that'll bring back the single player experience, because everybody's going to get forced to have a PSN or Xbox Live Gold account to take advantage of the streaming service. And maybe that'll bring back single player games because it's not multiplayer driving those subscriptions anymore. I think you can see now how there's a lot of possibilities for this new technology that don't have to piss players off. And I hope that the people making these games, and we got another year, we're talking 2020, likely Christmas 2020. So 20 months. We got 20 months until we have these new consoles. There's still a ton to play this gen. I am also wondering whether some of those PlayStation games we keep seeing are going to end up being pushed over to the PS5. I wouldn't, because there's such a huge PS4 install base. Get these games out, present new stuff for the PS5. Because when you port a game over, when you push a game up to that next generation, it never quite looks like the game that is going to sell a PS5 or an Xbox 2 or whatever. They are going to have to be like exclusives, like, you know, an Uncharted or another God of War, or Uncharted do, but I mean, I'm still more excited about stuff like Death Stranding, Ghosts of Tsushima, Days Gone, that kind of stuff, than I am about a new console, because there's just too much speculation. But yeah, I'm just really happy they've shut up about consoles are dead. It won't stop them from doing it again come 2021, 2022. We're going to see, this is it. This is the end. Because those first few years of next-gen console, the game sales are never that great. So the third-party publishers start wetting the bed that this is it, this is it, this is the end. And then it picks up and they're like, never mind. Yeah. Okay, here's Assassin's Creed 16,000, right? This is why we need people like me who have been around the block a really long time to stay in gaming. Because we've seen this happen so often, we don't get led around by the nose with these scare tactics. And that's a good thing. All right, I'm going to keep this one short because there's nothing more to say. Thanks for watching. Help support this channel. Become a monthly patron. Patreon.com/LeannaK. I like talking about this sort of gaming news, but this gaming news doesn't get a ton of traffic. I'm only doing this because I'm pre-recording and ran out of things to talk about, and it's happy as opposed to the last two videos I had to do this week. But please become a patron so I can do more of this stuff and don't have to worry about YouTube numbers. Thanks for watching.